So now we're back to learning GDScript from zero, and this is an open source project by GDQuest.com. Let's continue from where we left off here at conditions. All right. So in previous lessons, we decreased and increased a character's health, but there was no limit to how much health they could have. True. So we've got func, take damage amount, heal, health minus amount, minus equals amount. Same here, but it's plus equal. All right. As a result, the player could increase the character's health indefinitely, which we don't want. I mean, we don't want for the players. But I mean, if we're making a multiplayer game, I mean, we're the devs. So we can go in and do whatever we want, right? You know what I'm saying? If we're making a massively multiplayer game. I mean, why not? I don't see any problem with it. They wouldn't believe it anyway. Anyway, what happens to health when we damage our character? Suppose our character has 100 health. What would the value of health be if we called take damage 25? What? All right, back it up. What would the value of health be if we called take damage 25 times? I was totally fantasizing about cheating in my own video game. What? Anyway, what would it be the value if we did that? Okay, 25 5 times. So 25 times 5 is 125. 100 minus 125, negative 25. Boom, submit it. There we go. You're right. Calling take damage 25 5 times would subtract the total of 125 from 100, and it would look like that if you needed to count them out. Oh yeah, this is all 5 of them. Anyway, we can use conditions to run actions selectively. True. Conditions make our code branch into two paths. If the condition is met, the computer will run the corresponding instructions. Yes. Otherwise, those instructions will not run at all. Yes, indeed. So video games and other computer programs are full of conditions. Absolutely. For example, game input largely relies on conditions. If the player presses the button on a gamepad, the character jumps. Or if I do this with my mouse, the cursor moves to the right. If I do this with my mouse, the cursor moves to the left. Same with this. If I do nothing, the cursor stays there. But remember, it's still being ran. The program's still being ran even if we don't do anything. It's always running. That being said, what do we got? Jump. Whoop. There we go. Maybe one day he'll be like Mario. When the computer checks a condition, this is called to evaluate a condition. All conditions evaluate to either true or false. Okay. Either the player is pressing the button or not. Either the character is touching an enemy or not. In our case, if the health goes over a maximum value, we want to reset it to the maximum. True. To define a condition, we use the if keyword. We write a line starting with if, type the condition to evaluate, and end the line with a colon. I'm just like, the more we do this, the more I just keep fantasizing about the game that I want to make. Do you guys have that same thing going on? Throw a little bit, write it in the comments if you do. If that sounded mockery, I shouldn't do that. Nah, for real, write it in the comments so people will watch these videos. Anyway, no, write it in the comments so that we can have, so that I have something to do. No, that's a bad reason too. What's a good reason for you to write in the comments? I don't know. I always forget. I am 100% selfish. I have no idea what your motivation. So I would imagine they're the same as mine. I would write in the comments to talk some smack, or to that's pretty much it. Anyway. Thank you guys that actually do write good comments. Cause I don't. I'm a horrible troll. All right, either the play. Okay. In our case, the thing goes up. To define a condition, we use the if keyword. To define a condition, we use the if keyword. We write a line starting with if. Type the condition to evaluate and end the line with a colon. Yes, true. So we've got func heal amount, health plus equals amount, okay? So if health is greater than 100, yeah, we're going to reset health back to 100, all right? So even if it goes up to a bajillion, we'll just say, nah, you're 100, bro. You don't go anywhere past that. All right. Notice the greater than comparison sign. We read this symbol as greater than. We do. Notice this upwards pointing greater than. We read that one as V. And the two upwards pointing greater than. So we call that one W. Anyway, we've seen how functions definitions use a colon at the end of the first line and nest content inside. Honestly, I really shouldn't talk smack because that's how these people start editing stuff. They're like, oh, no, the code man said it. Oh, and then they go change it, and then my video is totally 100% irrelevant after that. So yeah, I need to stop doing that. In GDScript, the syntax is a recurring pattern for all code blocks. The computer knows which instructions belong to the condition because they are indented. So let's do a step. Let's do this step by step. So we got func heal right here, amount, all right? And we got health plus equals amount, all right? So we had, okay, so health was at 75. We did this, and then we did this. Now health's at 125 because we added 50 to it, right? I guess we can't do that. All right, step. And then if health is greater than 100, so it's greater than 100 right now, we're going to reset it to 100. Boom, just like that. And so when we run it for real, reset it, it just goes straight to 100, doesn't show us anything about this, and boom. I don't even think we'll see it change here. No, it's that fast. So yeah, there's comparisons. Let's go some more on comparison. In the above example, we use the greater than syntax to mean greater than. We can compare numbers in other ways too. Greater than means greater than, less than means less than, equals to means equals to, or double equals, I say sometimes. And then we got not equals right here, which is the exclamation point and the equal sign. So here's how we might use these ifs. Here's how we might use these in if statement. All right, so let's look at this. So we've got if health is greater than 100, pass. If health is less than 50, pass. If health equals 25, pass. If health does not equal 7, we're going to pass, right? So what does the pass do in the code? Let's go over this. All right. So the pass keyword prevents errors in our code when a line cannot be empty. Okay. So for example, we must have a line of code after a function definition or an if block. When we don't know what to write yet, we can use the pass keyword as a placeholder, and Godot won't give any errors. All right. In the previous example, there was nothing below the if lines. Godot would give us an expected and indented block after if error. Okay. Well, no, in the previous example, if there was nothing below that, Godot would give us an error, and that would have been a condition also. Anyway. So which of these statements are true? Let's select all that apply. 2 is equal to 1. Not at all. 2 is less than 3. Absolutely. 1 is not equal to 3. Also good. We've got 3 is less than 1. Not true. We have 3 is greater than 1. Is true. All right. So let's submit it. Looks good. So the comparison 3 is greater than 1 means 3 is greater than 1, which is true. 2 less than 3, which is true. 1 is not equal to 3, which is true. We've got 2 equals 1, which is not true. So that's false. Same here. We've got 3 is less than 1, which means that which is false as well. All right. So we've got so we also have the else keyword. So the if keyword comes with a complementary else keyword. We can write an else block after an if block, like so. So we got func run. We've got var speed equals 120. If the speed is 100, it's greater than 100, we're going to print you're slow. Else, we're going to, pardon me, if the speed is less than 100, we're going to print you're slow. Else, we're going to print you're fast. No middle ground. All right, so let's go by step. There it is. All right, so now speed's 120, pardon me. If speed's less than 100, print you're slow. Okay, so it just passed that one up because it didn't see it going over there. Then we go to the next one, and it says, yes, this will run, and we say you're fast. All right, so that's basically how that works. We're going to use these so many times. It's ridiculous. This is like a bread and butter thing right here. This is what gets us our paychecks, is if statements. The else block will run, also else's. The else block will run whenever a condition above isn't met. In the following practices, we're going to use conditions and improve the way our character's health changes so that it has limits. Okay. Okie doke. So now we got practices. Using comparisons, we're going to be comparing comparing values allows us to make decisions in code. But there's something wrong with these statements. Let's see. All right. So for the goals of this one, this series of if statements is all wrong. We're going to change the comparisons so each comparison matches the instructions below it. We'll keep the values and statements as they are, only change, and we're only going to change the comparison signs. Okay. As a reminder, the comparison signs are greater than, less than, equal to, and not equal to. Double equals right here. All right. The line health is less than 5 means health is less than 5 because health equals 100. This is false. So print health is greater than 5. So the print statement health is greater than 5 will not run. All right, true. All right. So what we're doing is looking through these and saying and changing these so they match with these. All right. So health is greater than 5. We're going to change this less than to greater than. All right. If one is less than health, if one is greater than health, if one is less than health, let's change it. All right. Let's read the statement first. Health is equal to health. Okay. Let's change this to double equals. All right. Health is not equal to 7. All right. So let's change this to not equals. Not equals. There we go. All right. Let's run it. 1, 2, 3, 4 looks good. And there we go. Let's go to the next one. All right. So now we're on to limiting healing. The goal for this one is we have a heal function that adds an amount to the character's health. We're going to add to the function so the character's health is never greater than 80. All right. So we got health plus equals amount right here. But if it goes over 80, we want it to be reset to 80. So let's say if health goes over 80, not 90, 80. What we're going to do is say, what are we going to say? Health now equals 80. 89, 80. There we go. All right. Let's check it. Run it. That's cool. Did that. Great. All right. Let's go to the next one. All right. So now we're preventing health from going below 0. So the goals on this one is when the robot takes damage, its health can be negative. We might want to display the health number on screen like in Japanese RPGs. Don't they do that everywhere? I don't know. I don't know who does what. We don't want negative numbers. We want to stop at 0 instead. True. Calling the function should reduce health by amount. If health goes below 0, we're going to set it to 0 yet again. All right. So first, let's do the amount minus equals. So what are we doing? Health. So health minus equals amount. All right. And then we'll say if health is less than 0, what we'll say here is health now equals 0. And that should be good. So let's run it. It got to 0 and it did 3 checks. So it looks good. All right. Continue. And we're done with that one. So continue yet again. All right. So now we're on to multiplying. And we'll see you next time.